Welcome back to the land of rain. It's been a long time, but we're back. A few things have changed, a few things have stayed the same, but as you can see on the top left, it's been 30,000 days since the realm has started. Keep in mind, a lot of it has been AFK, but to those of you who are new, we're gonna do a little bit of a world tour to catch you guys up. And I know it's been a while since my last video. I know. But there's been a lot going on since then, as you guys who are familiar can see in the distance. And not only that, speaking of distance, we're no longer playing on a Switch. We got a computer with a nice, decent render distance, like the actual realm can be visible. A lot of the structures were not even possibly viewable in the previous ones. So let's give you guys the go. Right here is where our spawn is, and we started in what's the game, 1.16. Another update, right? So then technically, like, a lot of this chunk is no longer generated in the way it's no longer possible in the current world generation. World limit was below 0 and all that, and then basically whatever. So you spawn over here, and normally you would be in the middle of a nice ocean right now in the current world gen, but yeah, right on, I believe, should be around the spot, I think, honestly. But anyway, somewhere around here, you spawn, and you have a choice. Now, one way is you join up with the guild right in the beginning. You kind of, this way is towards the zoo, and you kind of go adventuring, and this way is towards like the administrative stuff as well. You could get acquainted with the lore, and then this way is where you go, join up with the rest of us. However, there's also another way, which is the way down. As you guys might be familiar, we have copper golems over here helping us with some of the mining assortment. But we do use the wither for taking care of this. Oh yeah, by the way, this is going to be part of the train station over here, but we'll show you that above ground part of it later. But as you can see, we've done a little bit of wither mining. This is the guild hall. We kind of try to stay away from this, right? Because there's a, what's his name? Obviously there's a guild hall, and there's also the amethyst geode over here. Let me just show you guys before we continue the tour. If you go down right here, yeah, you can see the geode. We had a little bit of an accident, it did poke through at one point, but yeah, we kind of try to stay away. And the idea is to kind of push it to like, what was it? I think 150 or so. 150 were the borders each, right? But you could go out to different corners and stuff. But yeah, we've been switching it to easy mode. We're not insane, to switch into hard mode, to do this in hard mode. But yeah, basically we could. It's pretty easy, like we're gonna take care of withers quite easily on hard mode, but it just eats up a lot of golden apples. So we just go on easy mode, and we don't have TNT dupers here, so we make do what we gotta do. And yeah, we kind of worked it all the way down to bedrock at certain parts. Like, see, there's the beacon over here, and I've been setting up grid patterns or beacons every 90 blocks or so. And then, oh look, I think, oh, we have some new members. So we have Salzona, and we have Detonator Callan, and we have Grizzly Cookies as well. And I believe Salzona has been working away at this. Okay, very nice, very impressive. I gotta give credit for the dedication. This is looking clean as hell. Gotta give him credit. Oh man, that's good. But yeah, also it helps clear out a lot of this lava. And I hate gravel too, but yeah, a lot of gravel. There's so much gravel. I try to get it like no more further than Y30, but sometimes you do get pillars of like gravel here and there, like such as this. And also there's that glitch where when you do fight a wither, it just somehow goes all the way down to bedrock when you fight, like when you first initiate it or whatever, or you get it to half health. I don't remember what it was at this time. It's been a few days now. My mind's not trying to go towards that direction right now. But anyways, yeah, that's the idea over here. Not much to see yet, you know. We're gonna make this populated, but we're thinking of probably placing the illegal guild stuff over here, and it still kind of have like a feel of Batman's cave, essentially, like right here with the, you know, with the waterfall in the distance and such, like blah blah blah. But yeah, and kind of an electrified course too at the same time. This is this path at least. It did get destroyed with the previous one that I made earlier, but I'll rebuild it. You can also fly out this way as well. Let's see, whoop, 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 whoop. Just like that. And yeah, let's just continue the tour for now. Oh, there's a couple of spawners along the way that we also try to avoid. Like, you know, we try to build stuff spawners. Utilize them as much as we could. Now, here we have castle inspired by Duty Boy, right? So I hope I'm pronouncing that wrong. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. But see this part right here, these signs right here, I definitely learned that from him, how to do a little nice rampart, I think is the right word. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I don't know. But let's move on. I can't take on too long. I did want to give you guys a tutorial on how to do those, like right here, roofs. I haven't really seen one like this, where you would see it more or less, like I guess like in the Southeast Asia, right? Yeah, something like this where it's like nice and pointy on each corner instead of like it's not a regular square shape, you know, whereas you would see in China and Japan. Yeah, on top, I mean. Yeah, but basically, like, the idea over here would be that, you know, the multiple civilizations came together, essentially, and, like, almost, like, took hold of this castle, and there's multiple influences between this guild hall. You know, it's all of us coming together. Here's my banner, and we have, Anime Rocky and Grim Reaper's one over here as well, and then, you know, we have the other servers haven't made their banners yet, but, you know, oh, also, with a new update. We plan to decorate it with the banners, but with the new update, we got a bunch of zombie horses, and these are all mine. I've captured them over there with the other project I was working on. Some of these are really fast, actually. I think this boy is pretty fast. Let me see. Yeah, he's pretty decent, but I think this one's faster, right? No, that previous one was faster, but they have decent hops as well. Yeah, see. Anyway, I have more stored up in the stables over there, but this is gonna be kind of like a dining hall. See, it's not done yet, but like maybe like a throne over here. Who knows? Some dining tables. We have like a bunch of decorations over here in the floor, right? More decorations over here in the floor as well. And downstairs we have Silent Whispers Silverfish XP farm, right? This has been kind of supplying the whole server with mending. A bunch of potions over here, you know, and then we have more over there. I recently restocked that. Over here is a connection to the trading hall. Like if you go down this way, then make a right, make a left, blah blah, or if you go straight, you would, or if you go left, you will go back to Stonehenge. But if you go straight this way, you'll go to the industrial district. But if you make a left over there, you'll get to the one of the trading halls, the Hall of But yeah, oh yeah, let's see. And I need to decorate this a little bit more. This one over here is the Potion Brewer by Broken Bones over here, and we have what's his name? You know, resupplying a bunch of our potions, mostly for that farm over there, for the Silent Whisper Silverfish farm. But you know, a bunch of adventures that we need, like what's his name? The fire resistance for setting up beacons, especially, or like fighting the Wither and doing the Nether hub as well. Like we've been using the Wither clearing method for that. Pranks as well, potion invisibility and whatnot, everything. You know, this thing works wonders. We have, like, this part's not done. We have a music box playing over here. I'm pretty sure this might be copyrighted, so I'm not gonna play it. But another portal entrance through here, and we have one of these towers complete. That's not, the whole place ain't done yet, but if we continue going up, we have this floor over here, and up here we're thinking of like maybe putting quests or something like that, like in the library bookshelves. What else? We have like a little tree over here. We have another one on some mirror on the other side. In here, we're thinking of maybe putting some sort of like lodging temporarily, but also have like a hotel for more, like, you know, week-long lodging. Like, and then you would have build one of your starter houses by then. This is just like your first day kind of thing. You know, get you started. Up here, we have the map. Look at that. I don't know why are those two lit up. Maybe we might have made those two glow inked. Yeah, we might have glow inked those two. Interesting. But yeah, that's what it looked like prior. That's what it looked like prior. And by the end of the tour, we'll update it. We'll update it. But take it in that this is what it looked like before. Let's see. Let's face you guys north. Yeah, north is this way. Right? Yes. North this way. Because the sun rises in the east, and then we got west over here, and that's north. Bam. Just like that. You see my little shop from here. We see the Coliseum, and we see the stables over here, and this is the storage facility. This is the World Tree over here. This is the Naktu district over here, kind of. The ice race boat course underneath this, and the shopping district over here, and we have the zoo over here. As far as the last thing you guys have seen, and of course the industrial district over here. But yeah, we'll see what's changed since then. Let's see. Over here is the docking station for the new happy guests. I think I might have taken the one that was docked out for a ride. Yeah, but this is a little docking station that I think I made. I'm not sure. I don't want to take credit for it, but I'm sorry if I did. But I'm like pretty sure I made this, because basically the idea is that you have to like reach through the happy guest. So I actually press the button. But yeah, basically, once you're on the happy guest, you can actually reach that button and press it. Boom, it hits you in the rejector rail, and you go on your merry way. Yeah, we have this part of the building as well, was like a little overlook. And down there, we had, you know, we could also take this staircase, right? Like, I don't know what to do with this room yet, by the way. Not sure. But over here, we have the penguins. Hopefully, Mojang, if you're listening, bring the penguins, please. Give us penguins. You gave us the copper golems. Give us the penguins. Come on, come on. Look at that boy. And you have the cuteness update. You gotta add the penguins. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Anyway, enough begging. We have another one over here. Oh no, he fell. And yeah. We got one over here, but if we keep going, well, Jane, if you're listening, keep going with this. You follow me on this, following. Look at that. Look. And there's another one. Of course, these are all. If you want to see tutorials for these, I'll leave the descriptions for those in the downstairs in the description. This one over here and that one over there. But obviously, I've got to slightly retexture them. But yeah, they're pretty much block for block. What you see in this tutorial. Yeah. Now over here, believe it or not, the legend of this guy, all the way back in the days, back in the old days, this little boy over here decided to go and get himself lost in the nether. Only recently, maybe like 1,000 days ago or so, in-game days, has he exited the nether, and he's been there since the beginning of the realm, maybe like day 800 at best. Spent 20,000 days plus, maybe 25k plus days in the nether, and came out alive. And during the wither fight, by the way, during the wither fight. So he deserves a little resting spot, looking over the city, protecting the rest, knowing we can rest safe, stay vigilant. Yeah, down there you can see the Zoom Mountain, and you see my shop. See one of the train stops over there, and we're gonna see the town square cut up as well with the Stonehenge from earlier, Big Ben, and you know the store facility, Coliseum. It's a nice viewing spot. Nice viewing spot. Coliseum's not done. There's a story there. I'll tell you guys when we get there. Yeah, but I guess let's continue this, right? I think we're done with this building. I have to do the roofs, right? I was thinking maybe giving you guys a tutorial on how to do these roofs. I don't know. Leave a comment if you want to see it. But you got to finish them out and you got to do a bunch of things. You know, getting sidetracked here and there. Let's continue. So down this magical path, if we continued going this way, we would encounter a little town over here, like a little fishing village. You know, all this stuff is temporary. You know, don't mind all these shulker boxes and such. By the way, I don't sleep, in case you're wondering why I'm just taking Phantom Hits to the head and why we're doing the tour in the nighttime as well. But anyways, yeah, this is Rodney's Red Salmon shop. Clearly not stocked fully yet, but didn't really do the interior fully yet either, but you know, it's nice. I like it. You know, you get to get a look from here, from there, and you got a little bed, and Rodney's a little paranoid in case anyone goes chasing after him. We got little escape hatches here and there. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. I like it. How we do these windows is obviously, you know, yeah, just a bunch of trap doors. And, you know, mixing some of the copper here and there. Were they supposed to turn green? I think I got to de-age these a little bit. Yeah, but I was waiting for them to age a little bit, but not fully. Don't mind that. I have to still wax them. But something like this. Nice, right? Nice. Now, if we can come down here, we can obviously exit through this door, you know, not have to jump down. We have a little fish. Cut down the fish. We have another fish hanging from a hook at Rodney's Red Salmon shop, and we have a little grill. And you got the Phantom keeping away. You know, you got the little kitty cat. We throw some, you know, extra fish over there, and you know, ketchup, mustard, and packets and stuff over here, you know, on the sides. Anyway, and we have little secret entrances on the sides over here as well. Keep in mind, right, it's not fully decorated yet. You know, we had to put like little flower patches on the side, but I like how it's turning out. One of the first few houses in this little fishing town, or whatever. Basically, long story short, each little house is gonna be themed after different food that we get. So the next one over here is we have a little bit of like a water mill for the bread house, right? You know, clearly the bread's house not done yet, but you know, we had a little start to it over here. You know, we got some of the bread hopefully doesn't get wet by being outside. That's one of the things. But we got a little mill with the gear over here as well, and we have another big gear on the side over here. Bam, check that out. Boom. Not bad, right? Not bad. I like the way it turned out. Yeah, it's not done yet though, you know, but we have a little bit of trick with the windows where we do use the bamboo. Don't mind this is just a climb up to finish building. And yeah, but if we were to continue our path, oh, we have Big Ben over here. That's a real clock, by the way, that adjusts the actual time in game using daylight sensors and stuff like that. Hopefully you stay in the chunk, because it's actually in the border of 4 chunks, because I decided to put it on 0-0. So it's not always accurate, but as long as you spend a whole day, which I think we have by now, it would be accurate. But yeah, see, could go over here. There's my little bed in here as well that I've temporarily set up, and a little LA breeding station as well. If you go one more floor down, there's like a music disc player down there. And I think I was planning to put a portal over here as well, somewhere, maybe? But I don't know about that. We'll see. Yeah, see, there's the mechanism here. I think in the previous video I listed who did the tutorial. Too many things. The Big Ben chime, I'm over here. I'm sure if you just type it in, the clock on Bedrock, you'll get them. Yeah, Grian statues. We'll be here all day if I list everybody. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There's so many of them. We'll have a whole haul for you guys soon. We'll have a whole secret haul with all your skins. Don't worry about it. But, you know, it's coming. Yeah. But if we continue on this little path, we're going to be on this little bridge over here. This is obviously going to be filled in. This is going to be a little walkway, little park. Not done yet, again. And if you could come down this way as well. Come down over here, I'll have a little tree, you know, like all that stuff. It's going to be nice. It's gonna be nice. But if you go this way, you know, you could also come around a walkway over here and see the rest of the village and such from here. All this is about like having different views and having you explore and having all kinds of different secrets and hidden mysteries and such, you know, like what's over here, you know, like maybe some of these are a waste of time. Some of these could have an actual wanted item. Who knows, but it, you know, kind of explore, wonder, mystery, and all that. Over here, we do need to build up on wind bursts to launch us all the way up, right up there. But once I get a nice stockpile and also finish up this puzzle, I will finish up this, you know, decorating this part. But over here, see, there's like hints towards this, like, you know, you over there later on, you're gonna have to have this you know, the door to open the door. You gotta give these guys the right item, right, which is right, if you just basically take from them, right, see they're carrying items. This is a puzzle right here, right? Boom, take what he's carrying, take that away, right? Watch this. Take that away. I think this is a pretty clever puzzle right here. Right, ready? Take that away one more time. Obviously, we don't have to do that many, but this is just for, like, you know, just in case someone doesn't do it by accident. Boom, 4 times, right? 4 times the charm, and then he brings out the key item. Boom. Right, for now that's obviously a placeholder item, but yeah, so that's how that works. See, put them back for now, and they run in a loop, so no one's the wiser, and no one knows, you know, until you kind of really put the 2 and 2 together. You look at this, you're like, okay, to open the door, I need to take the item. I'm probably gonna put, obviously he's gonna be holding copper, not the temporary item of the blackstone. But yeah, once you do that, you get the key, which we also need to stock up on, and it's gonna be a renamed key and all that. But boom, you get the item that you're supposed to get, and you get it from here. You could also get the item back. That's interesting. I'm not sure if keys actually stack to 64, but whatever. We'll figure out some sort of placeholder item or whatever. Yeah, that like locks it back behind you. You come through this way, right? And over here is where you have all the statues. So like you say you have this one in the wrong position, right? The door over there will close. You saw that? But once you have them set back to the correct position, it will open up back again. And there's 4 AND gates connected to each other, right? Like, and so this takes up a whole lot of space redstone wise, and I still want to add a 3rd puzzle when you get through the final door. And as you can see, we're getting close to the ceiling limit, and that wouldn't normally be a problem if I didn't want to use coral, which needs water on the inside, touching at every single one of these blocks for it not to die. Like, you see that? This whole thing is filled with coral over here for that vibrant color that you wouldn't normally get, right? Like, and for me to even build this thing, I had to build an entire giant box around it and then fill that with water to make sure none of these coral blocks die, essentially. Yeah, it's a pain. It's a pain, but I got this. I'll figure it out, you know. One step at a time. At the same time, that's how I get distracted and start building 20 other projects, though. But how do we get out of here? Don't panic, don't panic, everybody. I mean, we have infinite breath, but I could have sworn I made it easier than this. What oh, okay. It blended in. I should make it a lot easier than that. Okay, note to self. What's in that building over there, you ask? Well, currently, at the moment, nothing really, per se, other than a bunch of our Golem friends aging. So, kind of cruel, one might say, but yeah. There's a bunch of them here. For whatever purposes, at the moment, it's just like an aging facility. Yeah, it needs to be decorated. We need to figure out a bunch of stuff, but that's that. If you go this way, right? If you go this way, like I said, I wanted to make each building, that one over there, salmon. But for me to replenish the salmon, actually, I wanted to build a farm, but also I wanted to build a farm for cod. However, cod can only be caught in the ocean using the regular farm, like one of these farms, right? Which turns out, so this is just a supply for salmon, even though there's supposed to be a cod farm guy who sells cod here. But it be what it be. Let's see. So if we go down through here, but also there's another entrance over there, which will come out from. Go down here. You see this is a collection system. And from the amount of time that since I last checked, should actually have built up a decent amount. Okay, no, not too much. But yeah, from the amount from it's been built, that's how much it gathered. It's not bad. I don't want it to overflow, I want some fish to be in the area, but also at the same time, slowly provide bone meal and food for the server, it trickle in, you know what I'm saying? Not too much, because again, we want the wildlife to be floating around too. I could have made it perfect, but there's certain parts, like over here, where fish will spawn in the corners and stuff, so, yeah, it'd be what it be. And another thing, right, is that we wanted to keep, there's like a moat going around the entire island, so this is a river, right, like for racing, for viewing, and mostly for viewing, and over here, you could also have like skeleton horses and secret paths for the skeleton horse to get across faster. Keep that in mind, and maybe faster, maybe not, depending on how you feel, if you could book the corners or not. But yeah, there's like kind of cutaway paths all around. See this building over here. I felt like this is kind of like our almost like a barracks in a sense, where we, like the players themselves, like house themselves while building the rest of these projects, essentially. Here I was thinking this would be like a trading one-way trader area. That's why we had the bell here, so that way he spawns constantly, and hopefully around right here, and we make trades, and we'll have like a little shop from right here where you could trade stuff in that only he offers for diamonds, like coral, or because you can't really replenish those without destroying the environment, or drip leaf, things like that, lily pad or whatever, things of that nature. Well, I guess as we're in this corner, we might as well finish out over here. Here we have Rockies in a train station. They're working on it currently. We have a little temporary setup. You'll probably see more in a couple next episodes. There's a little creeper accident over here. That's not supposed to be an exit. This is actually, I'm assuming, aquifer that used to be here, and we got filled in. Yeah, but it's pretty cool. So you have a little toll booth over here. You pay your ticket stub, boom. Obviously, we're not. I don't think he's charging for this, but it's just like a little cool area. I'll probably have a little world map in this area or something like that as well, with all the train stops or something like that. Yeah, this is gonna go up over here, and this is also gonna be used for transporting mobs as well around the server. Like, we'll have an express line, we'll have a local line, and all that stuff. Top line being the local line, and an express line in a spiderweb, right? Like, spiderweb, the express goes out that way, and then local goes around. But there's also an express and local on the local line that goes around. It's complicated. We'll get into that next episode or something like that, a few episodes from down. Or I'll probably let my Rocky take care of that, explaining that mystery. Here we have our town square, right? This is one of our latest things that I've done. I've already talked to this guy, I'm pretty sure, right? Let me just double check. Yeah, okay. Anyway, here we have a town square, and again, remember, beacons every 90 blocks as they extend 45, so that way, we get a full coverage here and there, at least as part of the regulation. Here and there, we'll have like errors and for past mistakes and maybe exceptions for different buildings, but we try to stick to it. Don't mind me rambling sometimes, but you enjoy the sites, right? Just kidding. Here on the server, we like to do things on industrial scale, which means that we need to, we decided to make an entire trading hall just for getting fireplaces. And because those villagers that sell fireplaces, they also buy string. Luckily, we found a spider spawner over here in the area that would generate string as well. And we have some of the lore as well written on the walls. I won't bore you guys too much with the lore, but I guess since this is like the most recent thing, over here, if you can guess what this is in the comments, write it down while I do the rest of this. We'll come back to that. Write it down, we have some time. But over here we have like a kraken, right, for like the sea beast, whatever, right? Because this is the east, right, we have the sun. And over here we have like some sort of sea serpent. You see, that's his head over there, and that's his tail, wrangling around. It was pretty tricky getting these murals into this small of a space, by the way. But I think I did a decent job. Did you guys guess what this one is yet, by the way? No? Well, it's supposed to be a Nautilus using the Fibonacci secrets, right? So, I got lost myself. I got lost in the sauce. Alright, so 1, right? 1 again, right? We got 2, we got 3 this way, we got 5 this way, right? Then we got 8 this way, right? Then we got 13 going like so, right? Then we got 25 going like so, and then we got 38 going, and it didn't really fit as much, so I did a little tail, and then it ended up looking like some sort of weird moon thing. But it's up to you to interpret what it is. I guess it's a weird moon thing to juxtapose that, but originally it's supposed to be a Nautilus shell, right? Like a Nautilus. Yeah. There's also conduit down here, and we could enter through multiple ways, but that's one of the easier ones, I guess. Over here, we got the results. I think I've probably emptied this out like maybe 20-30 minutes ago. It's pretty decent. It's not the slowest, but obviously it's not the fastest either. It's just passively to generate you some emeralds as well. And yeah, each of these guys cured. And 1 emerald for 1 campfire instead of 2 emeralds. Yes, right. That's right. Discounts, baby. Half off. Oh, look at that. And 1 emerald for a fishing rod. That's actually, I didn't even notice that. That's insane. 1 clownfish. What? These are crazy trades, actually. That's actually pretty crazy. And also on top of that, we have a zombie spawner over here, which I use for converting them as well. And I have some, what's his name? The potion guys over here, the clerics or whatever they're called. And, I've also traded with them recently. Just for real quick, they don't generate that much. It's 26. They're also cured. Yeah, 26 rotten flesh for 1 emerald is, whatever. We have the lapis layer, which you guys won't see, but if you want to see that, that's a different episode. You won't see this in this episode. Mainly for that, if you want to go crazy, trading rotten flesh. Well, yeah, in total there's 150, I believe, of these guys. I believe it's 150 according to my calculations. Hence why there's one extra one because of that little one path that we have over there, down towards the what's his name, towards the guys downstairs. You know, so there's one slot missing right here. Over here, I don't know how to decorate this room yet with the beacon, but yeah, it's open chasm at the moment. Still work in progress, right? You know, not done, but it's coming together. It's coming together slowly. And remember, this is like a town square, so we're just gonna be chilling on top. There's a little another surprise over here as well. This guy's wandering off. What a fool. Anyway, here's how we got the guys in here. And this is my like storage area, by the way. Don't mind that. But if we go down this way, that's the fast way. But yeah, we'll follow the rail. I did accidentally have one of these guys drown too, because the babies got stuck. This is a spawner by GC Place, but yeah, the babies got stuck, so I had to replace one of them, and I kind of don't want it to breed anymore. So it's only one right now. I'll just cure another one from somewhere around and bring him in or something like that, or transport this guy. He's too close anyway. This village used to be destroyed, so now that it's done. But you know, it's just here for emergency reasons. Yeah, we have another spawner. Collection system down there. You get the idea. Not too crazy. But yeah, this was how we got all the villagers in. I think I cured this guy, but yeah, basically the guy died drowning while I tried to replace him. It's fine. Well, not replaced. The babies got stuck in there on the glass. There's a little glass pane that doesn't connect to the thing. Blah 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 blah. Watch GC Plays Villager Breeder tutorial if you want to find out more. On with the door. Let's see. So on top of this, right, is supposed to be the Senate building, which isn't built yet, but yeah, basically where we would gather and do votes and stuff. And this is like the town square over here where we kind of chill. And as you can see, well, maybe not see for this one at least, but you can definitely see for this one, it's actually on while we're walking around over here, you know, so it also passively gathers stuff. This one as well, but I covered it up. I thought you could see it, I guess not too well. Maybe in the night. Oh yeah, you could see it right there. Yeah, you can see it. Yeah, but in the nighttime you can see it better. This pattern could be changed up here. Not sure for the glass. Still need to fill in the stone parts, right? But this pattern is more or less staying so. I just have to finish out down there certain parts. Maybe cover up some of the lights. But yeah. Over here, we're thinking of like some sort of like a Temple of Jupiter kind of situation, right? Over there, maybe like another temple, commemorate a battle. You know, kind of historically. But over here is going to be the Senate building. Huge area. We filled in a bunch of this land over here, reshaped the river a little bit to go back around and reconnect. This was all swamp over here, and like this was all like, you know, there was a giant hill over here, as you can see, like with the stone. Leveled it thanks to the help of a bunch of our server mates as well. Everyone helped out, and my rec and their calendar especially helped out with digging this place out. But yeah, so if we walk this way, you can see some of the other buildings. This over here didn't look as good with the vibrant visuals. This building over here, but I decided with the vibrant visuals, it kind of does. It kind of does look better than it did before, honestly. Oh yeah, this is like part of the passageway that we were in under with the water. But yeah, this kind of like the staircase. Because, you know, this building that can't really facilitate a staircase, so maybe something else attached to it. I don't know what to do with it. Yeah, there's this kind of one of the roadblocks I hit. Yeah, we have the boat building over here. It's looking pretty good. We have the rocket ship looking building over here. Yeah, pretty nice, I would say. all the old paintings. I think I did this all before the new paintings came out. Yeah, you could trade in your wood over here if you're a part of the server for some diamonds as well, if you want to make some moolah. See, there's the rates over here as well, and obviously for bamboo, you're not really getting much of a return because you could automate that. But you know, whatever. My little temporary storage area over here. You know, you guys have seen this in the previous videos. We got a little dedication to Tango for doing the amazing work with Decked Out. This is one of the statues that he had in Decked Out 2. Yeah, you know, there's also Tower Skadoodling over there, and that's a whole dedication to that style of Decked Out right there. And kind of similar to this a little bit, but I changed it up a little bit, I would say, in this one. You know, with the tinted glass over here, and then the snow, and then the what's the name, the ice. No snow, just that's ice. See, if we end up touring everything on the server, we're gonna be here forever. Oh yeah, keep in mind that these bridges are temporary. There's gonna be like rope bridges hanging off or something like that, and but if we go across over here, this building isn't really fully done yet either, you know, but we have like I think I showed you guys previously, just kind of like for getting my cats. I breed them up over here and bring them across the server. Yeah, nice viewing areas, I would say, off of each of these. Currently, nothing to really look at too much on this direction, but it does look pretty decent, you know, if you look around from that direction, you know. In certain one of these, I guess, in this one maybe no, but you know, you get an idea. Let's continue the tour before it gets fully nighttime, right? The rocket building over here. The rocket building has some of my favorite views of the server, honestly. Like this one right here. If we just go this way. Yeah, this is pretty nice over here. This pretty good. Look at that. That needs to be done over there, but you get the idea. If we continue this way, right over here, this building, nice building. Down there is our ice boat race course, right? I won't spend too much time because if you want to see that episode, feel free, but you know, I haven't fully decorated too much since that episode, to be completely honest. You know, this place still kind of the same. Still gotta get an idea of what to do with it, but we'll get there. We're getting there slowly but surely, you know, millions of projects one at a time, you know. That's how you keep things interesting and don't burn out. You just continue multiple things, you come back to them, eventually they'll get done. You know, you press yourself to it, it'll get done. Let's see if we could finish the tour by the time the stack of rockets finishes. Now that'll be our little goal. Hopefully, I think we'll be done by the time I reach 20. If we go this way, we could also follow the dock, right? But over here in this building, we have a llama and our little pet phantom over there, and we have one-eye Willie over here as well, captured. He's been taking a little vacation since Decked Out 3 has now been on the works. Hopefully we see Willie come back. I think Tango said he's going to bring him back, so he'll be free soon. And maybe come back for vacation in here. Over here, yeah, we have a phantom caught. Yeah, we caught a phantom in there. Yeah, nice. Nice. We put iron trapdoor so you can't get out. And name tag for fun. Well, why not for funsies? Yeah, over here we have a little cool ornament. I think I showed you guys these in previous videos, so we're not going to spend too much time here. Yeah, this is a Naktu district. I don't think I showed you this too much. This is Unrocky's little bar, right? A little area over here with the stage with the mic. And we have a little Christmas area over here too. you know, probably get a Christmas district, but for now, that's a little bit of Christmas here. Ooh, sorry. And also, we have a little secret entrance back into One-Eyed Willie's over here. You know, back and forth, you could also use it. Yeah. Bam. And also a viewing platform for the gold farm, right? If you ever want to just like watch it run. One of the gold farms on the server, like this one's been out of commission for a while, like no one's really been using it, but still operational. Spy glasses in case you want to spy stuff, you know, look around the server, spy around. Yeah, let's continue. Here's another fish that we saw earlier, right? The salmon. And just a bunch of glass panes, walls, glow lichen, buttons, nothing too crazy, and I think this is a wart, the crimson wart, or whatever, nether wart. Yeah, nice, nice. Nothing too crazy in this building. Over here we have a statue of Grim Reaper. I think I showed you guys this. But we have over here the World Tree as well, the Vikings, the Naktu district, the village hidden in deep being down there. Should we give a little peek to the village in the hidden deep? All right, let's finish this out. Do it proper, right? We got a village hidden in the deep over here for all kinds of our glass purposes and our masonry, and technically also we have some fireplace guys over here, but I mean campfire guys over here, but they weren't cured either, so that's what prompted me to do a whole entire facility with 150 of them. Yeah, you know, it'd be like that. Sometimes, you know, you got that itch, you gotta scratch it. We have a dinner bone iron golem over there hanging, you know, just chilling. Statue over here. Corner over here to reset the trades in case you're waiting for specific glazed terracotta or regular terracotta trades to reset, with the music box hidden underneath there. We're infinitely playing music. Messed up over there. Okay. Yeah, clock over here, help you keep track of time, and we have the cutest little thing over here as well. You could sit in these, chill, relax in the campfire, and just enjoy the time. Also do some decorating on your armor trims. We collected all of them. I believe that's all of them in this box. But yeah. Yeah, I think there's a anvil somewhere around here. The anvil's hidden in the floor or something. It's hidden somewhere over here, I think. But I don't think we need an anvil for that. But smithing table is definitely somewhere here as well. Maybe. Question mark on what's inside that chest, you ask? A bunch of fish, of course, and name tags. Yeah, that's the bunch of farms. We're not going to go into the farms this one because, like I said, it's going to take too long. But Sniffer Farm, you know, we get all the stuff, the pods and stuff. If you guys want to see the tutorial for this, leave a comment. But yeah, essentially we get all the flowers and stuff, and the guy grows it. Interesting. The jump beacon cut out of me. Oh yeah, one of them isn't set up improperly, I think. Yeah, but I don't think he's supposed to be getting these. Yeah, I don't think this is messed up. He wasn't supposed to be getting these. He's supposed to be getting the pitcher pods. But yeah, anyway, yeah, he plants them, the floor moves, and he gathers them for you because he actually doesn't gather them. He's supposed to be gathering pitcher pods. I gotta fix that. Annoying. I think it's overfilled anyway, on top of that. Or maybe not, because I'm pretty sure I set up shulker box storage things. Whatever. Getting distracted. Yeah, we got all the colors of all the terracottas, two of each, and each of these sell specifically the regular course, right? So you get 12 trades from each, and I think if you do the whole shebang, you get an entire shulker box. I'm pretty sure that's how I made it. And same thing for the glass guys down there. If you do the whole round, all around, you get what's his name, with a whole shulker box as well. And And there's a spawner here. However, I think it's too low, right? It's very low, negative 57. So I just have them die off because there's really not a way to fit a collection chamber down there properly and have it accessible and all that. So they just go and, you know, get despawned. That's the village hidden in the deep. We can use this little water stream over here to get out. And we jump in here. And bada bing, bada boom. We go fly away, baby. Whee! Over here, right, by the tree, right? We're going to get into the tree in a second. But we have... Oh, that's a bee. Anyway, we have the actual tree farm, right? We have another one over here by JC Plays for the bigger trees, right? But, what's it called? For the smaller trees, we have Silent Whispers farm, right? Where all the switches, right? For most of them, it works for most of them. I don't think it works for cherry wood, right? Because the leaves still, for some reason, block anything from growing until they fully deteriorate. So we use this. But yeah, I wish I could fix that, please. Come on, I guess it's how long it's been. But yeah, anyways, yeah, if we go in here, we get the world tree. Down there, we have a double zombie spawner where I get most of the copper, because if you can see, we use quite a bit of copper on the server. But yeah, we have a bunch of this. The oxidized one is from the previous decorated version that was too inefficient. I redecorated, but yeah, this is a little stockpile here. We have a little bit of stockpile there, and yeah, we got double zombie spawners. Then we got to convert them to drowns, and I just shell in this box, flip the switch when I want the thing going, and they end up over here after a while. You know, blah blah blah, bada bing, bada boom. Get the idea. Cobweb, they drown, get converted. There's also manual switches over there with the lights if I want to just have this place off for some weird reason. That's that for this. But if you go further up in the world tree, then you would reach the, what's his name? The creaking farm, also by Silent Whisper. But I connected 4 of these bad boys together. And I think if we name tag these creakings, they don't despawn anymore. I don't think I've name tagged them since. But if I do name tag, this will be even more efficient. I did spend quite a bit of time when I first built this, and now we have like an insane amount of what's his name, residue thingamajiggy built up. I've cleaned it out since then. But yeah, essentially, you know, you get the idea if you watch this tutorial. Again, we're not here for the tutorials, but the tour of the farms, but this is what it is, in case you're wondering what this colorful thing is. It's going to be covered up on top of the world tree, probably with leaves or something, so that way these guys can still spawn. Yeah, let's keep going. Now, if we were to continue on our path when we came out of Big Ben, right, we were going to end up over here on this path with that building, right, and we would have seen the very, very first house that was built on the server. Still has the original items that I haven't removed in here, including a Heart of the Sea with a bed. Yeah. But if you continue here, we have a little bit of an ice farm over here, right, that we used originally, and then the world height got moved, so we built another one, and then there's glitches a little bit with it, so it's not the most perfect one, so I built a better one all the way out there, and again, we're not going to see that, because we're already probably more than a halfway hour in by this point, I'm assuming. And yeah, this is my starter house. This is Young Attila's starter house over here. Hopefully we get him sprucing it up soon. You know, cobwebs and all that. For how long he's not been on the server. But yeah, we got a little windmill going. We used to have a little farm over here in front, but we decided to take it away, you know, because it kind of was taken away from the view. Look at that. Now you could kind of take it in over here. And we have our Grizzly Cookie's house starting to form up over here. Detonator Callan's house over there. And we got Salzona's house right here. Bam. We have a little bridge. By the way, we call that the Redstone Bridge. Can you guess why? Because it turns out I accidentally did a line of redstone on the very top of it. But yeah, that's the redstone bridge. And oh yeah, right, we also have Rocky's house on the other side, and Grim Reaper's house on this side of the fishery. Well, let's do a little tour of the houses real quick as well. Yeah, this is my house over here. You know, you could access it from a bunch of ways. Not fully decorated yet. You know, if you want to see the episode on that, it's the interior decorator episode, I believe. And this is my house. I have some of my goodies over here, my stash of extra emeralds that I come back for sometimes, since I have to restock on frog lights, you know, like that I don't want to go all the way out to the farms. And I have a couple of other stuff, you know, stashed here and there. Oh yeah, we have the drowned Nautilus over here. We as a little chair. Hold on, hey buddy, you gotta be facing the right way. Bam. I like these guys. It's nice. I have a bunch of them, by the way. Some really fast ones too. I like the new update. And I think the music box is in here. It's probably playing. This sounds off while I'm recording at the moment, but you guys have been probably hearing it. I think that's the new CD, but yeah, you get the point. We collect CDs and all that. We got the attic. I guess the basement you guys haven't really seen since I did the update, so let's go check out the first floor. Do I remember the password with the books? No, I have to definitely rewatch the video, so we can't really use our secret staircase here, but I'll show you the manual way to open it when I come up. Yeah, we have the word farm over here, but yeah, see, like I kind of covered this up a little bit, right? It looks a little bit better, right? And there's the manual way to open it, by the way. You press this button over here, and boom. By the way, somehow when I put a zombie horse in here, it vanished. Like, I don't know what happened to it. It like got deleted inside the staircase. Yeah, we're back to here. Yeah, and if you go around over here, you can actually see inside the fishery. And I kind of made a little sneak all the way around into Rocky's house. But we're going to go through this path just to show you guys some of the other stuff as well that I did around this area. So over here, if we go down here, we go to the original mining shaft, where it leads to like the how we got to the stronghold and all the other stuff, you know, the old ancient stuff, kind of historical stuff. I thought I'd preserve it, but it ends up somehow being underneath my house the whole time. I didn't even realize. Yeah, I kind of had a feeling, but not exactly. So if we go over here, see this little path underneath the water, right? And we end up in Detonator Callan's house, right? Connected underground as well. And there's a couple of hidden mysteries here and there, you know. And there's a little area, nookie crannies in there, here and there, obviously, if you jump through. Oh yeah, this one specifically is a little bit trickier. Wait a minute. There we go. Boom. It's a little bit smaller, but it's there. And over here we have a connection to Grizzly Cookie's house as well. You know, we have a thing over here. We see the fishery, and then a connection right here into the house. Bam. We end up inside. Boom. And not done yet, but over here we have Detonator Callan's house. Kind of helping out, and custom tree over here as well. Kind of helping out a little bit, building it. Don't mind showing it off too much, right? It's nice. It's nice and cozy, I'd say. You know, this little table, you know, nice. Some parts aren't fully done. Like over here, we need to do the trim, right? Like you see, this part over here, it needs to continue out. Kind of messed up on that, but you see, like, there's a bedroom with the library and stuff, with like some hidden stuff, you know, whatever. I'm not gonna go through this stuff. A little balcony area with a tree and stuff. You know, you chill around over here. A little dock. A little walking path. By the way, NYRE's been doing a wonderful job terraforming and stuff like around there. If you see like river and like stuff that doesn't look natural, yeah, that's because it isn't. It's because of NYRE putting in that work. Yeah, if we like, you see this area over here. Yeah, it's pretty nice, right? Yeah, NYRE. And we have a Salmon's house over here as well. There's like some stuff over here. What a bunch of farms and stuff as well. If you continue down this ladder, see there's the connection over there that way, and there's like stuff over here, and a bunch of farms and stuff. If you continue down, I'm not gonna show it off too much. What with that sheep? Oh, okay, because it ate food. Okay, yeah, no grass. Okay, that makes sense. It was sheared. Yeah, you know, you continue down and it ends up going all the way down to the to the world limit. I think actually. Pretty cool thing, you know. Got all the farms inside the house. Not bad. Props. Yeah, and a little attic as well. Yeah. We gotta do a tour at my Rocky's house. But we'll do that after this little corner bit, I guess. Let's see. This we'll see that in a second. And my Rocky's little mountain bit. But this, I really like this. Like, check this out. Check this out. So, magic mushrooms, right? You got the whole thing, and then you got a skulk sensor up there. Boom. Nice, right? Hooked up to a light, redstone light. Come on, that's genius. And if you have like, you know, you're walking around and stuff, it'll still make noises and stuff, or phantoms flying around and stuff, and it'll light up magically. Same thing on that one as well. Nice, I would say, yeah. I love this when the sun sets and stuff, and this little pond over here, and this little custom tree over here. Yeah, I did this custom tree. A lot of the custom trees are, but the terraforming on the floor, and look at that. That's all in my Rocky. Nice, right? This little fishing little area over here, for little fishies and stuff. I like it. This is one of my favorite times of the day. I'm glad we made it here at this exact time. It feels almost magical, like enchanted. Just want to take it in. But anyway, yeah, we have the whole stables over here. Cthulhu. I still don't know. We're probably gonna change it up. That farm doesn't really work anymore, honestly. I don't think so. At least we got a triple check, but I'm pretty sure it only produces squid now. Yeah, we have this whole temple over here for relaxing, where you go and clean yourself, you know, at a temple like that. You clean your mouth, and then you go spit it out. You clean, you ring the bell, and then you're allowed to enter the temple because you purified yourself or whatnot, and now you're chilling and purified. But anyway, over here is gonna be the gaming district and stuff like that. Probably farm area over here. Remember when I told you guys we removed one over there? This is gonna be for like manual farming over here, I think. Probably, who knows? Question mark. But yeah, another little entrance thing over here, and you know, I kind of like this little temple thing. Yeah, we have like the whole stables in here as well, and this little rickety bridge is one of my favorite parts to go across. I wonder what's up with the beacon powers, honestly. Like, I gotta triple check what's going on. Maybe lava leaked onto these? Question mark? Or maybe we're out of distance. Probably out of distance. Who knows? But yeah, for the weather fighting. I mean, look at that. The framing. Ooh. Not bad, right? B-dubs, I hope you're proud. Just kidding. Oh, you watching this. But anyway, pretty good, you know. And we got a statue to good old Doc M77 over here as well, the GOAT. I've mentioned this before in previous episodes, but you know, I'll stop repeating myself, I guess. It's pretty cool, you know. He uses the redstone with the ore snatcher or whatever for his stuff, for his building. In here we have all of our crack horses that are like stupid fast going around. And statues of Marcus Aurelius as well in here, thanks to Tridar. Bam! You know, these boys are pretty fast, I would say. Yeah, I would say there's actually no speeding up of this footage. This is just me talking randomly. Like, look. What's up, Etho? What's up? I see you, Etho. Just kidding. I wonder why one is missing. This shouldn't be the one missing. Honestly, these ones should be the ones missing. But, whatever. I ain't gonna complain. It be what it be. Yeah, breeding them using the potion thing glitch back in the day, and luckily Mojang hasn't patched it. Please don't patch it, Mojang. This is not my way of rubbing it in too much. Leave it and let us have some fun. Yeah, those horses are really nice, especially for traveling in the nether when you gotta go like thousands and thousands of blocks. Saves you a lot of fireworks. Probably can't use it in regular areas with water, obviously, but they're pretty good. And also, if you want to, test your skills and whatnot, you have a racetrack up here with all the towers. A little bit of a lucky cat balloon, let's just say, quote unquote, for those of you that don't know what that is. Maybe copyright infringement issue. Who knows? For those who know, you know what's that? Question mark? Question mark? Hope I'm okay. Anyway, yeah, this is like a nice chill area over here. We have Tridar statues over here, the Roman statues, and another statue, equestrian statue of Marcus Aurelius over here. Some other horse statues over here as well. And yeah, you have like a nice chill area, some minifigures and such, like little benches. My little tree house over here, we'll see that in a second. Yeah, like, but man, with vibrant visuals, it looks so much better. I just love it. Before there were cherry blossoms. This is my attempt at making one in the game using glass. Yeah, we have a bunch of statues over here. A little Viking statue over here. We have a little koi pond area. Oh yeah, this, by the way, pretty cool idea. Oops. Yeah, we need to secure them. But pretty cool idea, no? Using them as decorative fixtures, except for the part where they might move out of the way, and I hope I didn't bump the other one. Yeah, but you put some trapdoors, it'll probably stay or something. Who knows? Hopefully. Not bad, right? Not bad. Anyway, if we continue this way, you'll see my little tree house over here, and there's, obviously an easy way to get up there, or I guess the hard way to get up there, but once you climb up, blah, 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 you could also enter through here. And I have my little stash of stuff as well over here. Quite a bit of ancient debris after mining in the nether. A bunch of other stuff that I keep track of, like, blah, blah, and then mining from blah, blah. You get the idea, and I think these are from just actually from my shop profits. Not too much economy. Oh yeah, an extra stash of emeralds too, and I think that has some other stuff in it, not just emeralds. But yeah, little stuff over here, some templates over here. I don't think I have all the templates here yet for some reason. I forgot to keep track of this one. And I have one at my house as well, a set of duplicates. Alright, and we got the camel husks. Not bad, right. Not bad. They could climb out of the pens that I have right now downstairs, so they need a special area for now. These just tied up. Because they could climb over a fence post. Yeah, that's it for this area. And also, before we leave, we should technically do my Rocky's house, because I feel left out. Yeah, this is it right here. Kind of redecorating at the moment. A nice little fish aquarium thing going on over here. A little fireplace going on. Going upstairs over here. Wait, did they still have the gaming area? Damn, they took down the gaming area. Well, this used to be a gaming area. I used to come here and play games all the time. Sad. Well, hopefully they put it back up. I don't know. And yeah, no bedroom over here. New shelf blocks and stuff. Some map going on over here. Yeah, nice keeping track of stuff. What else? I think that's alright. You can't really get up to the ceiling from here. Yeah. That's it for now. Technically, you can also get into the basement, right, from here. And I think they had foxes, but maybe they relocated. Maybe. Who knows? Question mark, right? And over here's my little secret thing. Took him a while to notice it, by the way. I did a good job hiding it. Anyway. Yeah, you can come out through here too. And this is a little thing. And this is our storage facility. But we have one more thing to show you guys while we're here that Rocky's been working on. If you go through here, it's pretty nice, I would say. It's pretty nice. He's still working on it, but and this is to keep the fish in, by the way. The rods, you see that? It mostly works, honestly. Like, see, it's not going through. But as a player, you can squeeze on by. Whoa, actually, push one through. No. Get back, buddy. And this one got through. But now they're stuck. Interesting. Well, who knows? It's a test. But it's pretty populated. Hey, you repopulated this place. Nice. And a glow squid. Baby glow squid? No way. Is it a baby glow squid? Because if it is, no. That's a regular. It will grow up anyway. But yeah, it's nice. I like it. All kinds of life over here. You got this turtle that likes to go up and down in here, right in this specific area. And there's actually some stuff I missed over there, but we'll fly back in a second. Not fully done decorating over here, but it's kind of, it's got its own loop thing going on and stuff. Pretty cool. That's how we get our Nautiluses into the fishery as well. Yeah, that's a helping hand. I think that's in my rack. No, I think that one is Grizzly Cookies one right there. That's Sheldon. I'm gonna show you guys Cobra. He's the most fastest Nautilus there is. There we go. Look at that. Look at this speed on this one. No, that's not Cobra. No. This is Cobra. Yeah. Look at the speed on this one. Like, what? It's flying right there. Like, didn't even fully charge it. Like, wait, check this out. It could jump over the boat. Oh, we caught. That was actually hilarious. I'm glad I looked up. Yeah, we could jump over the boat. But that was worth it. Like, well, one more try. I'll show you guys. Look at that. Zoop. You get the idea. You could literally jump over the boat like using this thing. It's insane. The hops on that boy. Yeah. Pretty good. Anyway, let's continue the tour a little bit. We got one more little bit to show you in the river that I nearly forgot. But I remembered, and my Rocky, we pretty upset if I didn't show you guys. Yeah, no, this is one of the little cave things, and I wonder where the turtle is, because it was a turtle that reminded me. But that turtle is no longer here. It used to be right there. Interesting. But there's another hidden bit right here. Some Nautiluses over here. There's gonna be like probably a skeleton if they can survive. But yeah, there's like hidden stuff going on over here. And there's gonna be like a treasure chest and all that. Yeah, going fishing. Pretty cool. Yeah. We'll get there slowly but surely. It's working. It's a work in progress. We're almost done with the tour. Honestly, let's see. We did this area. Let's go to storage then. Yeah. So if you continue this way, you get to storage. See that we came from over there, right? And then we could enter. Let's enter like normal human beings, I guess, that don't have wings yet. You press this button right here behind the fireplace, and boom, a door opens up. And right there behind the fireplace, one more time, you press the button to close it up. Pretty nice, right? And then this is our storage facility. Yes, it definitely needs to be hooked up with like redstone and stuff, or copper golems, but probably redstone. But just to show you guys how much mining we do, this is all shulker boxes of stone. And this is all shulker boxes of stone. And this is also some shulker boxes of stone. And this is also some other stone over here. We got granite over here, shulker boxes of them, diorite, andesite. We used up quite a bit of andesite for the decorative purposes. Use this for decoration, straight up, like not even gathering it. Yeah. Let's see. You get the idea. I'm gonna stop bragging. What else? Yeah, storage facility. We're gonna build maybe a maze down here. This leads to like a trading hall. There's another trading hall for all of your like necessary items, anything you need, like equipment and stuff and whatnot. If you go down here for all your enchantments, everything you need, as well as like every single trade you could possibly think of, except I think I'm missing some of the banners. Like I don't know, they spawned or maybe got attacked or something happened to them. But maybe one of the like literally like the colored banner thingamajiggies. Otherwise, everything is down there. We're not even gonna bother going down there. You get the idea. The breeder for that is over there, and then like if you follow the line, you would actually end up in the industrial district, which is over here. All of our farms are here. We got the iron farm, all that, like every single thing. You get the idea. It's not the prettiest thing, so we're not going to spend too much time here. Well, actually, we're not going to spend any time there. And we're going to go straight to the Coliseum. Here, I built an area where we could go ahead and fight mobs. Gonna have to replace this with tinted glass, of course, so that way it can be operable during the nighttime. But when it's raining, it's also operable, as you can see. Currently, why is there plenty of chickens here? Is because, as you can hear the song in the background, the chicken jockeys. Well, hopefully, I'm thinking. I still haven't proven it, but I'm pretty sure if a chicken gets on, jockey gets on the chicken, we should be able to pull it off and get ourselves a CD. But the one you heard was from a natural chicken jockey. If you bring them over here, like in this corner, you could lure them with a skeleton, right? Like you see this bit over here. Creepers can get through to this side. Skeletons stand right here. And you stand right there. You line them up. And bang, boom, they explode. With the chicken, it's a little bit dangerous now, though, because they might step on the pressure plate. But yeah, you get the idea. Why it's taking me forever, right? What can you guess why I've been really dreading this project? Is because I did this in the very beginning before I knew how all the blocks worked, and I didn't realize that you have to smelt quartz in order to get the smooth quartz. And as you can see, it's all grid. It's all grid pattern. It's not smooth pattern. So I had to remove the whole thing and replace it. So I've been dreading it, and that's why this has been on hold. It's been my one biggest, but it's a lesson learned. You know, I'm gonna fix it eventually. But at the moment, it's there as a testament to not make a giant mistake like that again. Keep in mind, I need to reuse this quartz too, because those are mostly like slabs and stuff. Yeah. Anyway, there's a little path over here. This used to lead to the old train station. We need to fill that up. If you want to change the music, it's underneath the thing over here. You go in there and all kinds of stuff. I won't show you guys that. It's not too decorated, a little bit decorated, but if you follow this path along the river, you get to go sailing underneath the Coliseum, right? Like, it's kind of cool over here. You get the idea, but if you follow it out all the way over here, interesting. I guess I knocked that off last time I came through here, but if you follow it this way, you would end up towards the zoo, and then you follow it further out, you will end up at the pirate area, which we'll be calling Port Royal at the moment. We'll get to the zoo in a second. If you go this way, however, there's like a little bit of a hidden area over here. I won't spoil it too much, but it's not too decorated, so we won't spend too much time. Now, if we went back to the cardinal direction, don't worry, by the way, this is the final part of the tour that we're going to be taking part in, at least for this time. Another statue over here by the Tridar as well. Right, the Roman statue, guys, with my little banner. But if we got to this part over here, we got back towards the spawn, and we decided to walk in this direction towards the sunrise, right? We would end up walking through this little forest, the little enchanted forest, which me and Rocky have been working on a little bit. I think it came out nice. So enchanted feel here and there, and you would walk through, and you end up at the zoo. However, if you were to walk, interesting, that was nice. I like that horse. But anyway, if you were to walk a little bit into the forest, you might be greeted by some unexpected visitor. And I wonder if I left it on or I turned it off for the new players. But the way to turn it off or on, let's show you guys. You follow this, right? You also could follow these, right? You could smack it as well, but if you follow like the little trail we left, like here and there of the ember things, and then you lead up here, you jump up here, and then you walk off over here, right? And go through here, go through there, and flick that switch, right? And believe that will turn off the heart, right? I think that will signify the light being on, that it's on. Yeah. The light would mean that it's on. Yeah, so basically you should see him wandering around somewhere over here right now. I think it's nighttime. Check it. No, not yet. But yeah, he just walks around, gives you a little tap, a little nudge, it'll give you a little bit of fun and excitement. And there's another one on this side as well. If you decide to wander off into a different direction and shut him off in a similar way in that tree over there. See, like that one's a little bit more exposed. I didn't want to make it too hard, so that one will be kind of like your first hint. But that one, pretty well hidden unless you know what you're looking for. Like you see, it's like poking through over there. Man, and I think, yeah, if you follow, so there's like little subtle hints to how to get there, like certain flowers and such, or the drippy parts. And yeah, if you go over here, similar situation, you know, you could try not to get mauled along the way to disable them, and you climb up over here, and you go over here. See, this is the mechanism. Yeah, you climb up, I believe, through here. You could also climb up through here and get to the roof. Oh, whoa, buddy. He's not supposed to spawn on the roof. Okay. The switch. Oh. Switch right there. Goodbye, buddy. Disappear. Why are you still alive? Nope. Oh, yeah, right. I don't think it just spawns until the daytime, basically. That's pretty funny, though. He's not supposed to be up here. He's supposed to be down there, buddy. Oh, right. I'm not looking at him. Alright, goodbye. Not gonna lie, that was a bit spooky. Oh, what the hell? What in the what? How did he? What? How is he so fast? Alright, goodbye. I'm not about that life. Good job, OJ. Good job. That was good. It got me goosebumps. Anyway. So we got the zoo. Each of these pens are a chunk of lines, and then these mobs cross borders, and then yeah, we got a bunch of them. And Rocky been doing this. Pretty much 99% of the work here is Rocky. I might have just helped out mark out the first chunk. Yeah, we got the Turtle Cafe over there as well. Little custom mountain over here, and Rocky's been working on. Still like not done, obviously. And then if you're wondering what this is for the rail line, by the way. I should have explained that earlier. What this green thing is, yeah, that's the rail line going through. We're gonna get there eventually. We're actually working on that right now. But yeah, pretty cool area. I think this is supposed to be the portal, right, for the zoo area too. And you'll have like a little nice walkway down and whatnot. Especially for mob travel, because the zoo, you're gonna want, like, that's why hence the big portal. You're gonna want big mobs like being able to go back and forth, especially like gas even, and all that stuff. Yeah, that's the zoo. yeah, let's see. So we're gonna do this one little bit over here, and we'll finish out at Port Royal, I think. Yeah, so this is my shop over here. Based on like historical building, anyone knows what it is, you could go ahead and leave a comment down below if you want to leave the guess. There's some hints that when we flew by, but yeah, you get the idea. Built the area, I think in the first world tour I give it away, but a wolf just spawned in the basement basically, and I saw it as a sign, like it shouldn't spawn indoors, but it did. And yeah, just dedicated the whole area. And then all of a sudden, by the way, the wolves, they released the colored wolves, like each different like species or whatever, before I did the floors. I mean, after I did the floors. So I don't know, pretty cool how they end up kind of looking very eerily similar, especially to this floor. But anyway, yeah, that's the shop. Downstairs there's a bunch of like farms and stuff, and actually it connects to that whole giant destroyed area and whatnot that we use for like the wither digging. Yeah, there's gonna be the volcano also, by the way, in case you're wondering, with for like the Fire Nation and whatnot. And we have a surface skeleton spawner, believe it or not, like right here. Like you see, this is like the surface pretty much. Look at the water level, like above water level, 62, right? Boom, right there, surface skeleton spawner. Pretty cool, considering we spent quite some time looking for skeleton spawners all across the server. And there's another one actually, like nearby the stables as well, that's pretty much surface as well, because it's in a mountain, I would say. Why do I have dirt all over me? I don't know. Anyway, I'm pretty sure it's from digging out earlier. But yeah, that's about it for this area. I guess while we fly over, I'll tell you guys what happened as to why there haven't been too many episodes. But basically, I recorded a bunch of footage on the Switch, right, and then got the new computer, so like the stuff looked a lot better, and it was kind of weird, like, you know, editing the two clips together, whereas like one part and then the next part was happening with the very visual, so then the whole thing didn't even make sense when building that guild hall. Like one part would be in very visuals, one part wouldn't be, and like half of it is looking good and half of it isn't. And yeah, so it was just like a whole process of like delay. Like, how do I explain this? But I figured, you know what, the best way to come back to it is through a world tour. So here we are. And yeah, this is Port Royal. Currently, I have got tired of refilling the fish. Refueling the furnace for the fish. So this is a giant kelp farm to fuel that huge, vast amount of fish that we get from this farm over here, and that's basically what supplies the food for the server. Yeah, I don't remember. Right. I think it has just enough or something like that to like keep it powered. So it's currently running under the studies. It's currently being monitored. Might need to double it, but who knows. But you get the idea. As far as one little cool thing, I guess we could finish off on, that I guess I wanted to show you guys. Let's see, if we're facing portal, yeah, we have to fly this way. There is one really cool thing over here, and a bunch of obviously world glitches and such. I know this is supposed to be like a world tour, it's not really supposed to be any natural generation, but I figured, hey, why not close it out on a cool note, I guess, right? Yeah, we spent this area, swamped this area looking for Nautilus armor and stuff like that. Let's see, yeah, right there. That should be it. Oh, and there's geodes and stuff like that. But look at that. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. A ship inside a ravine. That's pretty cool, I think. A sunken ship. That's where we found an extra Ghost Arbiter. After I like searched like way out for it. But yeah, there's an extra one in case anyone ever wants to pick it up. Do a little quest for themselves. Figured that they find it the same way I did, but because there was 2 in there, by the way, also. So I took one of them. Abrupt cut here, but I found some lost footage of me updating the map. I completely forgot to show you guys the map update, but here's a little bit I found from the lost archives of me and Reaper updating it. And did you like that? Yeah, there we go. There's the updated version right here. You took a good look. Okay, now. And here's the new one, baby. And look at that. Updated map. That is crazy. Crazy different. I mean, yeah, some things are the same, but wow. Look at that. No more road here. Train station. We got the town square over here. And you can even see the pattern of the glass. Oh, that's nice. We got the forest over here. The guild hall right there. There's Stonehenge, Big Ben. We got those 2 temple kind of oracle looking thingamajiggies right there. There's our like little area with the fishery right there. There's the stables. This is the storage facility, industrial district right here. We got Coliseum, the zoo, the volcano we saw earlier, and the shopping district right here. Oh, that's nice. And then the world tree is over here with the Naktu district, the frozen ice boat race course and all that right here. The rocket building right there. And yes, these are glow frames, it actually turns out. I think we got to do all of them with glow frames. We just didn't have the glow ink for it, right? I think that's what it was. It's looking good. By the way, we're going to put like a little table here. Hold on, let me re-equip my inventory real quick. We're going to put like a table that's like, you know, so you could actually like really get up close to it and see stuff. You know what I mean? Like maybe 1.5 tall. Yeah, like somewhere in between here and the last step. Maybe 1 tall is fine. Yeah, I think 1 might work. So you get a little bit closer and get a better view that way. I haven't seen anyone do a map on the ceiling, by the way, so I don't know. Yeah, I feel like that helps a lot, because then we're not standing on top of the thing we're trying to show, you know what I mean? And everyone could take a look at what, you know, what we're planning or whatnot. Yeah. Pretty cool, though, I say. Anyway, back to our regular scheduled programming. But yeah, and I guess on that note, I'll see you guys in the next episode, and hopefully it doesn't take as long. Let's see if we can take off from the water. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. Bam. Like a pro. Show you guys that it is doable on bedrock, baby. Unfortunately, we can't actually do it underwater, though. I wish we could set up fireworks underwater. That would make life so much easier. But enough complaining. It's nice to see you guys again, and I hope you guys don't miss me too much. But nice seeing you too, and all that. And until the next episode, I'll see you guys. Peace. And look at that, we made it with 9 fireworks too. Not bad. I mean, to be fair, yeah, let's see. 8. And just to make it a little bit quicker, we'll leave it down to 7. Baby. Peace. I love that render distance though. And this flight in is amazing.